Easiest way to get results. If you are a coach, what is one of the easiest ways for you to get results? I can tell you from experience, the easiest way for you to get results is to show them yourself. So let's talk about that. You know, when I was playing sports growing up, I never really respected too many coaches who were the ones that sit on the sidelines and yell, or even if they didn't yell, they just sat on the sidelines and dictated what to do. Now, granted, I know some coaches get to an age where, and we're all going to get there, where it's physically impossible for you to do the things that you're asking your players to do. But you have a wealth of knowledge. But I feel like if you've coached long enough, you've earned that because you've built either a program or you've built enough respect through players and the community for them to understand you don't need to do that anymore because you've done it your entire life. Now, everything that you say should just be done because you've proven it. You're a proven winner, and what you've done is your formula is proven to be successful, whether it's to win championships or just transform kids and players into better athletes and better humans. But for the most part, there are a lot of coaches who do not practice what they preach. You get a lot of coaches that they just want to yell all day and they want to throw instructions out there and tell you what to do. And that's fine. If it works for you, that's cool. But what I noticed growing up for me, and what I notice now, since I've been coaching for quite some time now, is you get a better response from your kids and your athletes when you can actually show them that you are doing and practicing what you preach. So, when I was growing up, I had a ton of coaches, all kinds of different styles, right? The ones I was drawn to were the ones who were very hard on me. What I mean by that is they expected the most out of me. They pushed me because they saw something in me that maybe I didn't see in myself. And that was important because as a kid, you don't always necessarily know that you can be great. Oftentimes, you question yourself, you doubt yourself. So you need someone like a leader, a coach, a mentor to show you and to get whatever you got inside you to get out to be successful. And oftentimes a coach will see that in you before you see it in yourself. So for me, I needed coaches like that. Second thing I needed was I needed someone to show me that they were living what they were telling me to do. Because I was that stubborn ass kid, man. I had a smart mouth on me. I was always, why is he asking us to do this if he can't do it? When's the last time he did a push-up? When's the last time he walked a mile? When's the last time he ran a mile? When's the last time he's been on a treadmill? When's the last time he did a jumping jack? You know what I mean? And yeah, kids can be assholes. Trust me, I was one of them. But if you step into the coaching realm and you are living a life that is not leading by example, and maybe you're just kind of lazy, but when you get to the coaching, to the field or wherever you're coaching at, all of a sudden you're full of all these disciplines and rules and regulations for the team. Trust me, they go a long way if you actually live by those. So let me show you something. On my social media, I share a lot of things. I'm always sharing baseball stuff to encourage different techniques and different stuff that kids are learning to play, right? So for me, I'm baseball. I'm a baseball coach. So I always share hitting techniques, fielding techniques, pitching, throwing techniques, you name it. I'm always sharing videos like that. But on the flip side, I'm also sharing videos of inspirational figures, whether they be athletes or podcast interviews or community leaders, or even some, not always, but even some people who are famous actors. I'm not really big on Hollywood because Hollywood is a bunch of actors, which means a lot of them are fake. But every now and then you come across some guys who are fully legit and they've got something of substance to speak about. So I share these. And then for myself, I also include excerpts of my podcast where I'm talking about life and struggles and how to get better and the things that I'm personally dealing with. Then I also share videos of myself training, running, lifting, reading, things that I'm eating, not just, a lot of people share, this is what I'm drinking, this is what I'm eating. I'm talking about if I'm eating something healthy, I share it. If I'm running a mile, if I'm running a few miles, if I'm walking like I am right now currently on this podcast with a weighted vest, I share it. And then I also put little reels together on Instagram and TikTok, and I put positive messages over the videos, and I edit them and I put them up. The reason why I do this is because of exactly what I just told you. I want the kids and athletes that follow me to understand I'm not at practice pushing you to be great. I'm not at practice yelling at you to do something that I've never done or can't do. In fact, at 50, I am still pushing myself to be great every day. All right? Now, my days of being an athlete and competing for championships and trophies and medals and titles and whatnot, my days are gone. All right? But I still got life. I'm in the game of life. And for me, every day I wake up and I try to push myself to continue to stay in the game and to fight and to work hard. I said this to someone yesterday. I said, everybody always has this saying that they say, and I know I'm guilty of it. I said it too. I would die for my kids. And I told this guy, I said, the saying that I heard that hit me hard was, that's great, but would you live for your kids? Instead of saying, would you die for your kids? Would you live for your kids? And that hit me like a ton of bricks, because that is the question I should have been asking myself. And I'm glad I did, though. Without knowing about that saying, I did. I changed my life. I got on 75 hard during the pandemic. I lost a bunch of weight. I got stronger than I ever had. I got physically stronger. I got mentally stronger. And that's what helped me get over my hump and become the person that you guys know today. It's important for me to do this for not just me, but for the kids that follow me, the athletes that follow me, because I want to inspire you guys. And I want you to know that this stuff doesn't stop after your baseball days are over. It doesn't. Any football players or basketball players, anybody who's listening to this who's an athlete, it doesn't stop. It continues to go. It's a lifestyle. Some people do it like, hey, I'm going to live to be strong. I'm going to exercise just to lose weight. You should want to do all of those things regardless, even if you're not competing for championships and titles and rings and trophies anymore. You should want to do it because it's the right thing to do, because it's the lifestyle you want, because you want to be able to wake up every day and feel good about yourself and feel healthy. And if you're a parent, you want to wake up every day and know that you are giving yourself the best chance to live the longest, so you can be here for your children, your grandchildren, and so on and so forth. Make sure it is a lifestyle change. I get a lot of kids who tell me, you're my favorite coach. I enjoy playing with you. I enjoy the conversations we have. I enjoy playing for you. It's not even about, winning and losing. It's just you are a leader, and I respect that. I've been told that numerous times, and honestly, I appreciate that because I had coaches like that growing up. And for me, I will do everything in my power to encourage, to inspire, and to push every single person, every single kid, every single athlete that I coach. I will push them to be great, not just by my words and how I talk, but by my actions. I can't tell you coaches enough. If you're listening, if you're a dad, maybe you're starting off in Little League and you're coaching T-ball right now, you have no idea how long your journey is going to be. Because my journey as an athlete, I thought, hey, I'm done. Now I get to be a dad. But that wasn't the case for me. God had other plans for me. I started coaching Little League. Then I started coaching outside of Little League. I started coaching travel ball. Then I started coaching high school ball. And now I've got offers on the table to go to different schools. That wasn't a plan that I had getting older. But like I always tell you guys, we all have our plan, and then there's God's plan. And whatever God's plan is, that's the plan you're going to take, whether you like it or not. So if you're a dad, even if you're a mom, and you're on this journey and you're starting to, coach and teach your kids whatever sport they're doing or whatever it is, make sure that you are showing them that, hey, I'm doing it too. Maybe I'm not as fast as you. Maybe I'm not as efficient as you, but I'm doing it too. I'm doing the work. I promise you, you will see that these athletes, these kids respect you and want to listen to you more. They want to work harder for you because they see what you're doing. You'd be mind blown how many people, parents included, how many kids and athletes are like, Coach, I cannot believe you're 50 because of everything you do. I can't believe it. Like yesterday, I had a meeting with my guys. There's 3 of us. We're doing 75 hard. Today's the first day, but yesterday we met before we started it. And one of the guys told me, I thought you were 38. No shit, I really thought you were about 38 years old. And when I hear that, I appreciate that, because what that tells me is, everybody's gonna say, oh, well, you got good genes. Maybe that's part of it. But the other thing is, it tells me that I haven't let myself go, that I've continued to stay in the fight and work hard, not to look young, but to look healthy, to stay healthy, to be healthy. So when I hear these kids and athletes that I coach tell me that, I know it's because of what they see. Not just at practice, not just at games, but also when they see what I'm doing when they're not around. When I share videos of me being in the gym with my 2 sons, both 15 and 13, and they see my sons lifting, going hard, working hard. And then for the kids who don't play for me, I share videos of my current baseball team doing plyos, working with heavy balls, doing batting practice, working on box jumps and the ladder, and doing all the different workouts. I share these things. They see it and they get inspired because they know that I'm not sitting at home being some lazy ass coach, but I'm actually working every day. That is one of the biggest keys I can give you if you are a coach. That will make these kids want to play for you. It'll inspire them to go out and be great and to give you their best. It'll inspire them to understand that when you have to make a change in a game because maybe they made a couple of mistakes, they will understand. They will not be upset. Why? Because they respect you. And if they don't respect you, then you're going to get a lot of pushback. You're going to get a lot of, kids who are mouthy with you that don't want to play with you because they don't respect the way you approach them when it comes to coaching. They just don't understand it. And And that's not what you want. What you want is to be able to connect with these kids on a level that they understand. Now, let me be very clear. You cannot coach everybody on the same level. You can't, because every kid is different. You cannot be aggressively you can't be aggressive towards certain kids. Some kids are a little softer, and you got to talk to them a certain way. Maybe you got to pull them aside and have a one-on-one with them so they understand. And then there's kids that you can kind of go a little harder on, because it doesn't matter even if it's in front of the team. You can push them a little harder because they understand what you expect from them. And they understand that when you do that with the team around, it's because maybe you want the team to understand, hey, this is one of our best players, but he's not above being told that he's wrong and he needs to be better. And all of you guys need to see that. It's not just you guys that I'm tearing into when you make mistakes. It's also this guy. It's important. And all of those things become easier when you do the things that I'm telling you. Nobody's telling you to be some super chiseled coach who's does marathons and is a triathlete. No one's telling you that. But what I am telling you is, don't be this lazy, let's just call it what it is. Don't just be this lazy piece of shit who's trying to coach kids or coach athletes. Don't do it. Because it's not going to go well for you, especially nowadays. See, one of the things I was talking to about, I was talking to one of my boys. His daughter goes to Cal Berkeley. She plays softball. She is the number 2 ranked second baseman in the nation. And so we're talking yesterday about high school baseball. And he says, it's a damn shame that the high school went with these teachers, because nowadays, if you don't have experience with these kids past 10 years old coaching, they have so much knowledge of the game now because they start playing early. And I told him I agree. I go, dude, I didn't get into baseball, Little League, until I was 9, going on 10. My kids have been playing baseball since they were 3 and 4. When I tell you that their baseball IQ is through the roof, they do know the game better than some coaches. They do. And in actuality, my kids have taught me a few things here and there, because like I told you, they play on a couple of teams. So when I run a certain drill at practice or whatever, and they see something, they will tell me, hey, Dad, we normally do it this way on the other team. Let me show you. And usually I will say, man, that's a better way to do it. Let's do it. So he's telling me, these guys who've never coached baseball, they have no idea what they're in for. And he's 100% correct. So I'm sharing all of this to encourage you. If you are someone who is a leader of men, a leader of kids, find a way to be the example, not just by talking. Show them with your actions. Like I said, I'm not saying for you to be some bodybuilder. I'm not saying for you to be chiseled. I'm not saying for you to be some triathlete. But what I am saying is for you to be active. At least be active. Show these kids that you're getting up and doing something every day. That you're walking. That you're going for a jog. That you're in the gym. Okay? Show them that you're working. And every now and then I jump into the batting cage and I swing the bat a few times. And every now and then at practice, I'll go take a run with them just to show them. I will. Because they, like I said, they respect that. And the way for you to show them this is, if you have social media, share it. I share something every day. Like I said, share everything that you want them to be. I push education, academics with my kids. Not just my kids, I'm talking about the kids I coach. I push that. So what do you think I share on my Instagram, my socials, and my TikTok? I share the books I'm reading. If I see something good that I think will be beneficial to anybody, even adults who follow me. I'll share the passage and then I'll circle it or I'll underline it. I do that not just for me, but for others to be inspired. If I'm going to push education, push academics, I'm going to show you at 50, I am still learning every day. If I'm going to push you to be in shape, to get your cardio, your strength up, then I'm going to show you that I'm in the gym all the time. I'm going to show you that I'm out here with this weighted vest on, getting it in. So you understand that I'm not just talking a good one, I'm out here doing it. Now, I may not be able to do this for the rest of my life, but I'm gonna do it for as long as I can. And the day that I no longer can, you guys will know that. And that'll probably be the day that I'm not coaching anymore, and I'm just chilling and being a grandfather. Same page. I always say that to my kids. Same page. And they say, same page. So hopefully we're on the same page. I hope you're inspired to be better. If you're a coach, I hope these words helped you. And if you have any questions at all, whether you're a student athlete or you're a coach, feel free to message me. Ask me anything you want. And I believe on Spotify you can actually leave a comment on this podcast or a question. Either way, I'll get back to you. Follow me on Instagram. It's Ray Molina or The Perfect Mess Pod. Those are both the same names on TikTok. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/The Perfect Mess Pod. And hit subscribe and a notification bell so you get all the notifications. Really appreciate you doing that. My website is raymolina.com. And like I always say, my life isn't perfect. Oftentimes it is a mess, but for me, it is the perfect mess. Peace.